The ongoing attempts by the progressive left to find ways to institute gun control without having to bother with working through an elected legislature. Well, they've found support by virtue signaling corporations for some time now. Corporate gun control is when companies use their businesses to discriminate against law-abiding gun owners and manufacturers as a way of pushing the Second Amendment out of the public sphere through commerce. Banks are one of the most consequential ways that this is accomplished, with Wells Fargo having long been targeted and shamed by activists for doing any business with groups like the National Rifle Association in order to bully them into participating in corporate gun control. The most recent attempt involves a $40 million credit line that the bank secured for gun manufacturer Sturm Company, which adds to the $431 million that the bank already manages for the company. Now, Nora Nash, a member of the Interfaith Center for Corporate Responsibility, a group that buys shares in companies in order to then demand progressive social policies from management, was aghast that Wells Fargo continues to conduct business with long-standing clients, saying that it was shocking news and that, quote, this new business relationship with Sturm is in direct conflict with ethics, culture, and respect for human rights throughout the company, end quote. Wells Fargo's decision is especially upsetting to corporate activists like Nash because other banks, like Bank of America and Citigroup, were quick to throw up the white flag and promise to discriminate against law-abiding gun owners and manufacturers. Progressives, anti-gun advocates cannot stand it when people or companies exercise their free will. In a statement, Wells Fargo said of the anti-gun concerns, quote, Wells Fargo wants schools and communities to be safe from gun violence, but changes to laws and regulations should be determined through a legislative process that gives the American public an opportunity to participate and not be arbitrarily set by a bank, end quote. It almost sounds as though Wells Fargo is recognizing that it is not their job to set policy or make laws, since we have elected state legislatures to do that. And you can never tell where some of these companies will go when the rage mobs come for them. But good on Wells Fargo for standing their ground thus far and putting their customers and their business model and shareholders ahead of any fear from the pitchfork brigade. I suspect their profits will be just fine, and hopefully more companies will start recognizing that the social media mobs are only scary if you allow for them to be so.